Hi, and welcome to my basic attribute and perk guide for Cyberpunk 2077. I'm Icon, and I want to guide you through the meaning of those stats, how to combine them, and what they're used for, and yeah, some combinations which are not that easily perceivable when you started with the game. We're right now sitting in the character creator, and while you're receiving a nice set of tooltips showing you off what kind of passive bonus stats you'll receive, you don't really get a good answer what these stats are actually used for in game, and that's what this video will be all about. So I'm going to head over to the actual in-game screen because that's way more descriptive and way easier to describe you guys what's good for what. And I'm showing this screen because I want to do a shout out to, well, I hope that this will get fixed. I hope that we're going to get some insight into the perks from the character creation set from scratch on, because right now it's pretty hard for a newcomer to design your character after your needs. But enough of that, I'm going to be right back with the actual perks and attributes screen. So there we are. That's how your stats will look like once you're actually in game, and I feel like that's way more descriptive because now you see which skill trees are actually linked to each stat. So Reflexes links to handguns, blades, and assault rifles or assault weapons. And I felt like nowhere in this tooltip is a single word about firearms. So if you wonder which stat is for firearms, it's Reflexes. Body connects to athletics, annihilation, and street brawler skills. That's well, I'm gonna go through all these in detail. In case you're wondering, annihilation is shotguns and light machine guns. Technical ability is all about crafting and engineering, so this fits into grenades and handcrafting of items. Especially this tree will improve the stats of your crafted items massively. Intelligence is all about hacking, that's quite straightforward, and cool is is a very versatile stat, and basically everybody can use it. But let's get started. So Reflexes go into assault weapons, handguns, and blades. So you've got one lengthy perk tree per skill set. It's way easier than it looks like at the first glance. So the perks unlock by raising the attribute. So to unlock this, you would need a value of 9 in Reflexes to do that, and the base stats are basically always the same. So all weapon types here have some increases in damage, in crit ratios, and things that are just generic stats. Reload time, basic damage, crit damage. These things are present on in every single tree. But every weapon has its unique perks, like assault weapons got the perks like, where were we? Here, something like extra damage while standing still, which is pretty interesting, or recoil reduction, which is for automatic weapons, really important. So if you want to play around with assault rifles or sniper rifles, this is a pretty good tray to go into. Handguns is pretty straightforward, it explains itself. I just want to talk about the specialty of handguns is critting. And I didn't mention it with the assault rifles. There's always one trait at the bottom of the tree which is basically your stat dump. As you see here, O+, whereas the others are all capped at a certain number. So I assume that these are just meant to toss your stats into where you want to have them. So handgun weapons are all about critting and being mobile. So a lot of these skills are linked to dodging or to headshotting, for example. So precision, dodging, and critting are the decisive stats of the handgun. Blades are pretty interesting in a very particular style because you get a lot of health recovery skills. So you thrive around regenerative aspects with the blades. So as usual, you have all the other things: crit chances, base damage. So as I mentioned before, there's a combination. These base stats are there every time. So Reflexes are all things firearms and blades, whereas body is all things blunt weapons and fists, and combines also into the shotguns and LMGs, I'm sorry. So, or well, SMG is also right, because submachine guns should be here too. So with annihilation skills, it's all about being speedy, because you need to cover distance to your enemies rather quickly to be in their faces. And you're also receiving bonus stats towards knocking back enemies, and well, recoil reduction, as you see, is here also a constant. Dismemberment is a special trait of annihilation weapons, which is, well, a little bit gross, but if you're into it. It's short-range weaponry. Athletics, though, is all about versatility with movement and health regeneration. So you find a lot of stamina regeneration skills, melee damage plus skills, armor plus skills. So all things resilience are found in this tray. Street Brawler is all about blunt weapons and melee weapons, with the specialty of stunning people. I think here, successful attacks with blunt weapons against stunned enemies restore your health, and well, you get the idea. So, for my personal impression, combining body and reflexes, if you want to go into a melee setup, is pretty mandatory, because these trees really synergize well. Technical abilities, well, I mentioned it before. Crafting covers up your crafting skills, so you can craft epic items, you can craft legendary items, but you also gain bonus stats on your crafted items, which is pretty interesting, because in the long run, this lets you, this tree gives you the ability to create stronger gear than you would find. Engineering is all about consumables, so you're, well, not only consumables, it's also amping up smart weapon stats and tech weapon stats. Engineering is a lot in between, so you find a variety of perks for all manner of improvements on your tech and energy weapons, on your explosives, on your consumables. Or was it consumables? Yeah, grenades, for example. But, well, I'm not quite right. Consumables are more found in the crafting tree. But if you want to go crafting consumables and improving your base stats, technical abilities are a way to go. Intelligence, well, I want to go over it rather quickly, because I feel like Breach Protocol and Quick Hacking are, well, they belong to each other. They're just synergizing. Well, those are two trees synergizing into each other in a very similar way. So Breach Protocol upgrades your active demons. Those are, well, scripts you can run to do things in the world. For somebody, if you're new to the game, I think that's enough to know. While quick hacking is all about crafting your own quick hacks, and doing the quick hacking is done with your scanner, whereas Breach Protocol is also often done by connecting manually into a network. I guess that's the easiest way to describe the differences there. And last but not least, Cool. Cool splits up in Stealth and Cold Blood. Stealth, well, I guess you already can figure where this is leading to, but one thing that's also in the stealth tree is poison. So the usage of poison is found in the stealth tree, and also the usage of thrown knives. So if you want to go ninja, stealth is way to go. About Cold Blood, I want to spend a few more words, because it's a very unique tree, and I feel like every character should be able to utilize that. So Cold Blood enables you to stack Cold Blood stacks for every kill you do. And when you start it out, you just gain a really low movement speed bonus. But you can mod whatever you want per stack of Cold Blood, basically. You can increase resistances per stack of Cold Blood. You can reduce weapon recoil, increase attack speed. It's really a goodie bag where you can customize whatever you want. Downside, you need quite a lot of points in Cool. So you can upgrade the amount of Cold Blood stacks here too, and, well, utilize it however you want to. So I didn't talk about the stat bonus points here too much, because I wanted to cover up the perks and which kind of skill trees are connected to each stat. So Reflexes will increase your crit chances and evasion chances. That's well, well, for firearms, pretty interesting. Body, come on, give me my tooltip. Body is all things resilience, health, stamina, well, damage for melee things, movement penalty while grabbing it. Oh well, that's pretty specific. Technical ability points, well, they increase your armor by a certain percentage. So if you want to be tanky, if you want to be like using heavy assault weapons, just standing still and soaking the damage, technical points would be quite good to amp up the effectiveness of your armor. So if you want to be tanky, respect that that trait, because if you max it out, you will receive a hefty bonus of 100% armor efficiency. That's a lot, if you ask me. Intelligence improves only stats connected to hacking, so we can leave out intelligence completely out of any combat protocols, but, well, hacking is a thing in this game, and I feel like basic skills in hacking are really, really effective. And cool, well, as you see here, it's the goodie bag again. Crit damage increase, resistance increase, stealth damage increase. Okay, that's the first specialized trait. But overall, the first two lines are useful for everybody, and Cold Blood is also very useful for everybody. So basically, if you want to go for a firearms user, I would recommend Reflexes and Technical Ability to give you a certain amount of crit chances. Well, Reflexes, Technical Ability, and Cool would be things I'd prefer. Whereas for melee people, Reflexes, Body, and, well, definitely also these two stats to some degree. But body is insanely important here. All right, so I hope that helped you out to, well, to have a certain grasp of things. And now it's up to you how you want to specialize. I really like how much options you have to do whatever you want to do. One last thing, though, about the skills and perks. Well, I'm going to cover that up in a more advanced tutorial one day too, but I wanted to mention it here. Every single area here has a skill progression. So the more you use a certain area of skills, the better you'll be at it, because you'll receive unique rewards for progression on this bar. So that's pretty important to note as well. You don't need to use all your perk points from level ups. You'll also receive perk points by training these things, but you'll need a certain value in the stat points to learn whatever you want to learn. So a certain specialization is inevitable. So think about how you want to play it. Think about what's up your alley. If you want to be using handguns or blades or whatever, choose it to your liking and go specialize yourself. It's really worth it. So feel free to drop comments down below, add knowledge, or ask questions away. I'd be happy if we could allocate some knowledge about this skill system down here. And as usual, leave a like or a subscribe if you want to support the project. I'd be very happy if you did, but I sure don't mind if you don't. I just hope you had a great time, and see you soon. Bye-bye.